Hello everyone, Angelo here, Hollywood filmmaker, out here vibing on the Hollywood balcony. It's past my bedtime, but I wanted to stay up. I just keep vibing. I saw the movie Driveways tonight. I've been wanting to see that for, I think, years now, since I saw the trailer, because the trailer was so compelling. And also, I think I saw the trailer, and the movie co-stars Brian Dennehy. I think I saw the trailer after he died, I'm not sure, but there was, at some point he passed after the movie came out, and it's just a beautiful movie, and I was so, I didn't have any distractions during the movie. My mind wasn't even wandering anywhere. My allergies are acting up a little. I've been doing a lot of writing, as usual. And, you know, writing assignments for my classes every day, doing stuff for them. Or I just have classes once a week, but I was really pushing myself, do these assignments right, and then, you know, we submit them for review and see everything we made mistakes on. It's pointed out for us clearly. And this weekend, you know, we got our new assignments, and I was really frustrated the other week, like 2 weeks ago. I got an assignment and I was just starting and stopping in fits. I was really frustrated about it. I was just trying to make everything perfect. And as a result, I just didn't get a lot done, and it was painful. And I was just, everything about my past started bothering me, you know, feeling lonely, feeling like, what happened to me? How did things go wrong? As far as, you know, all the things that I had problems with, being homeless, having other problems, depersonalization, derealization disorder. And so it was like 2 weeks ago, I decided I'll ride my bike to the park. I find a park nearby that I would think has a pull-up bar, and do a bunch of pull-ups there. I found one, rode my bike there early Sunday morning, and I loved it. Did a bunch of pull-ups there, and then came back next week, did it again. And then I rode my bike around Hollywood, probably at least 8 or 9 miles total, but by the time, probably more than that, by the time I went out and got home, and did a bunch of pull-ups. Did it again this morning, but just I rode to the park, did the pull-ups, and back here. And I'm thinking, man, I should go there tomorrow. I just got so much energy from that. I was feeling so good, so relaxed into my writing. Even though by the end of the assignment I did today, it was painful, because I'm like, oh, I see a bunch of stuff I did wrong on it, but you know, I have to leave it. Basically, like, we can't rewrite our assignments. You have to write very deliberately. It's a whole I'm not going to explain the whole assignment, but you have to write it out, and then when you're done, you move on to the next one. And the idea is, you know, you'll make mistakes, you may catch some. They're assignments targeting very specific ways of getting out stories, and anyway, it's a lot to explain. I'm not gonna bother explaining it, but even after I wrote that, I was like, man, I got it done in a good time. Like, I didn't spend too long on it. You're not supposed to be like grinding away at it for hours and hours. And by the end of it, I was like, damn, that hurts. Like, I see all these mistakes I made in it, and I was like, well, maybe all those mistakes mean I'm so much closer to where I want to be. Like, it's just on the other side of that, and I'm just coming up against the limits of what I know. But like, I'm seeing them, I understand the mistakes. I'm like, oh boy, this was a mess that I wrote. But even then, I was just being grateful for that pain, and being like, I just want that pain to like stay in me. Oh crap, freaking helicopters. I just wanted that pain to like penetrate my bones, and I want to appreciate, like, not just be grateful for the pain and appreciate it, but feel it all day and live in it, so that tomorrow, hopefully, it'll strengthen me. It'll be an asset, and I'll be like, okay, I know now more of what I have to look out for. Because I was writing this, and well, after I wrote it, I'm like, man, this is worse than the stuff I wrote the other week. And it's like, well, it's true and it's not true. And again, it's hard to explain without sort of seeing it and understanding what I'm talking about. But just trust me. I'm looking at it like 10 different ways to understand what I'm doing, in all kinds of different directions, forwards and backwards. And I was like, you know, I'm just gonna accept the pain. I didn't even have to make it like a bargain with myself. I'm just like, I'm grateful for the pain. May it may I carry it with me tomorrow in a way that's meaningful, so it helps my writing tomorrow. I saw the movie Driveways tonight, loved it. I'm trying to stay in, not spend as much money out. I mean, damn, I've spent so much money getting lifts and taking rides out and seeing movies and buying the food out. But, you know, it's good. I don't regret it. In a way, it's like, hey, brought me here. Gained a little weight this week because I've been starving myself so much. I just couldn't take it one day. I just had a little bit more to eat. Healthy stuff. And I slept so well for once because, for one thing, I didn't have to get up and go to the bathroom all night. I feel like when I don't eat, it's just all that's in me is water. And the water just goes straight through me. And every 2 hours I have to get up and go to the bathroom. So it was nice. But I'm like, I don't know how to eat enough to be full and be satiated and lose weight. So I gained a little weight. I really don't like that, having fat around my stomach, so whatever. Like, I enjoy being hungry too, but you know, I know there's a healthier way to do it. I know the reverse diet thing, at some point probably I'll you know, be attuned to it and realize, okay, I got to do this, because supposedly on a reverse diet, you're building up your metabolism speed week by week by adding a little bit of calories each week until you can eat well and you're at low body fat and your metabolism's going quicker. But you have to take it methodically and do it week by week. Anyways, and you have to cut down first and then you add back more food, and you might be eating a lot of food by the time you're, you know, at the metabolism rate you want to be at. I also saw, finally, I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once. That was beautiful. That was amazing. Oh my goodness, that was so good. Loved it. Michelle Yeoh was just amazing in it. So many great actors, and Jamie Lee Curtis, James Hong. Yeah, a lot of great people in it. It was so good. Anyways, and Love, Death, and Robots. A new season of that comes out May 20th. I'm so happy about that. I love the first 2 seasons of it. And it's really helpful for me to watch these short films, because that's basically what I'm writing for assignments. It's like short films. So it's great to see how do other writers do it. And also, I've been watching short films, not enough of them, but I'm going to watch more tonight on Vidiverse. Alex Proyas' website. He's one of my favorite directors. He's one of the few directors that made me want to be a director. And I've been a fan of his for so long, since I was 16, and now he's creating his own, or he's created his own streaming site where he splits revenue with the filmmakers, and he has at least one feature on there. He's going to add more, including one that he made. And the idea is to promote stuff that's original, and you know, and also make short films profitable for the filmmakers. So, and it's like $5 a month or something to subscribe. I just got the year subscription. So filmmakers especially, but everybody, subscribe to that to check out these amazing films from short filmmakers. I'm like, who are these? Well, holy crap, I just immediately went into Jerry Seinfeld's voice. But I wanted to say, like, who are these people that, like, I had no idea existed and are so talented and such great writers and understand how to pull off a story in, like, sometimes as short as like 6 minutes, sometimes shorter than that, and then other ones are longer, like 20 or 30 minutes. And like, how did these people do this? This is amazing. They are not just going out and making a film, most likely. They have been training and practicing for a while and really making a study of film. So that's great for my film education too, is to watch stuff and try and comprehend and understand, why is this working? How is this working? In the case of Driveways, I didn't even understand how it was working. It was like a magic trick. I'm like, how? This story is so incredibly simple. Not that that would be a knock against the story, but I'm like, this is the most basic, stripped down thing that's like grabbing me. I'm like, so how is it doing that? And I wasn't really sure. But it was a good one. So anyways, I'll keep it short and simple. Also, check out Moist Andy. He's having the time of his life living on the road. He's finding out how hard it is to find living accommodations in first of all, a lot of the country, but in Northern Virginia especially. And all over Virginia. He looked in Richmond too. He didn't want to be there. Man, it is tough. I wish the governor of Virginia or something, he would become like a poster child of like the problem with lack of affordable housing. He has money saved up. He has plenty of money saved up, but it's nowhere near enough to live on if he's going to pay rent, because it's going to cut into his savings each month. It's more than he can, like, he'll be paying more in rent than he'll be making each month, and eventually his savings will go away. So it's like not even sustainable. So it's like, how's he supposed to live? And then when he's lost a bunch of money, how's he supposed to move out to somewhere else? And then he's got to pay a deposit somewhere else, and first month's rent and possibly last month's rent. And he might have to pay, you know, other fees and utilities, or to turn on the utilities and stuff. So it's like, he should be the poster child of, like, you know, for Virginia. They should get behind him like Joe the plumber, you know. They should say, look at this. This guy's got money saved up. He's hardworking, clearly. And by the way, he's from Arlington, Virginia, not far from where I grew up, practically in the same neighborhood. We've both ended up homeless now, living in our cars. And he's having a great time. He's got a propane stove to make coffee. Please, Joseph, that's his real name. Moist Andy is his superhero name. Joseph, please don't use that propane stove in your car. I don't care if the trunk is open or the hatch is open on the back. You have a cooler, set the cooler down outside your car, put the stove on the cooler, and have a fire extinguisher around. But I'm glad he's making coffee. He's having a great time. Joseph, man, be careful with the diet. You know, I know you're young and all, but, like, you don't want to get your cholesterol and blood pressure high. And don't take your health for granted. And but people should get behind him. Like, look at it. He should be the cause of a new movement, you know, in this country, where, like, millions of people rally behind him. Like, I don't know how to describe it. You know what I'm talking about. It's like, you know, one person, it's like, there should be protests in the streets over this. I'm sure there's a lot more worthy causes in a way, but I feel like it feels sympathy. Well, it's not even sympathy so much, like, because he's doing great. He's having a great time, and thank goodness he has me as a guide for how to live in your car in Northern Virginia. For just as I lived in my car, and now he lives in his car, and he learns from me. He learns from me as a son learns from his father. That was a long explanation for that one. And he's put in a ton of miles on his car. But I'm glad for him that he's getting to live his life and go. I don't like seeing people do the same thing and stagnate. I like to see them push themselves to do stuff they're not comfortable with or wouldn't ordinarily do. I told Joseph, I messaged him today and I said it'd be cool if you took judo classes. Like, you know, take some martial arts, learn some how to move your body. I kind of wish I took judo when I was younger. Now there's just no freaking time for it. But that seems like a good self-defense thing, because it's, first of all, it's not about hurting and destroying well, you're kind of hurting someone, but it's more about grappling and using someone's momentum against them, as opposed to punching someone, which is just kind of horrifying. Like, you can kill someone with a punch. You can cause strokes, you can blind, all kinds of horrible things. But if you can grapple and restrain them, like, you've truly gained the upper hand, and without necessarily hurting them or being in control of, if you're going to hurt them, be deliberate and try and avoid the head, the neck up, you know. Even though, yeah, maybe sometimes you got to defend, you know, your life. Try not to ever let it come to that point where a situation's out of your control. But anyways. He's learned, but he is learning. He's vibing out there too. We're vibing across the coast. But yeah, I was feeling really good today about my bike ride. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow, even though I'm going to be up late tonight. I'm hungry. I experimented with not having protein powder this week, and I realized I think I'm better off with it. It's not spending really a lot, because it probably comes out to a little more than $1 a scoop, you know, when I'm using it, and I put it in my oatmeal, and now I just have half a cup of oatmeal in the morning every day, which half a cup, it's like a little container, like this much oatmeal, this deep, like this wide. I can't quite make it wide enough with my hand. Yeah, kind of wide like that. And then, like, how deep did I have it? I forget. But it's not much, but it's plenty. And just experimenting with my diet a little bit, you know, when to eat. But yeah, I thought I was using peanut butter instead of the protein powder, and it's not nearly as much protein. I'm using pea protein powder, so I'm staying away from, I heard soy protein powder is really bad for you because it's genetically modified, and It's got all kinds of poisonous chemicals on it. I don't know exactly how it works, but okay. So I take their word for it. Pea protein's better, and I try and get the one that says it's good. And CVS is always giving crazy discounts on this stuff. So I got 2, and the second one was half off, so it was like $15 off the second one, because they're like $30 each. And I went to there real early at 24-hour CVS. And by the way, now I got tired of walking everywhere to these grocery stores, taking all my time in the morning. Sometimes I go to 2 or 3 grocery stores in the morning to get everything I need, because no one grocery store has everything I want. I started renting these Lime scooters, and I used to think people who rode those around were crazy, like it seemed so dangerous, but now I'm like, oh, this is really convenient. It definitely is dangerous. Like, I only do it very early in the morning when there's barely any traffic. Even then, the roads I'm on around here, they're like not friendly to any kind of non-car traffic at all. Very hostile to you know, bikes and scooters and skateboards. So, and you got to ride them on the street, so it's like I'm very cautious about how I do it. And even then, I can't be too cautious, but I'm like, oh, this is cool. It saves me some time to get to the grocery store. And I don't want to ride my bike there and lock it up, because I don't necessarily know where it's going to be safe, or, you know, I just don't want to leave it in front of a store if I can't keep my eyes on it. So anyways, yeah, doing all right. Just keep pushing, keep going, keep going. I've just got so much energy on the weekends from doing these bike trips for a few miles. It's longer than my commute in the morning to work. And then there goes somebody on a scooter now. I think that's a bird scooter though. And then doing pull-ups at the park. So hopefully tomorrow morning I can get there even earlier. We'll see, because Sunday mornings I always do my laundry and clean the apartment, but I'll clean it when I get back from the trip. First I'll just do my laundry, try and get up early to do it. I'm going to try and watch some short films now, even though I'm starving and tired, but I just want to keep taking in info. But anyways, oh, it's painful anymore getting up early. I mean, when I haven't slept enough, but I'll be alright. And then tomorrow, another writing assignment. So anyways, yeah, doing alright. And keep watching, like the channel, like the video, I mean. And go check out Moist Andy on YouTube. I've got our videos together in the description. You can find his channel from there. But if you just look up Moist Andy on YouTube, you'll find him. And follow him on Instagram. He posts really cool stuff on Instagram. So I want people to support him, because, you know, he's gonna, who knows where he'll end up, how long he'll be living in his car, and he's got a really interesting story to tell. All right, everyone, bye.